All right, so I'm really excited to do this photo shoot, all right? This is the RV right here. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath kitchen, dining room, living room combo. It's got green with gold. It's got a cute little chandelier. I need you to come inside and tell me what you think I should do to spruce this place up. I want to get it on the market as quick as possible.
Okay.
All right, Tyler, what do you think I need to do? All right.
The landscaping looks great.
You like the landscaping?
Yes,
Okay. Does it look dirty? Do I need some power wash? Like, what do you think? What about the awning?
Honestly, it looks keys in hand, move-in ready, awnings out. As long as the awning works, I mean, that adds value.
Keys in hand.
Keys in hand.
You're not lying.
Let's go see.
Okay, let's go.
Wow.
Do you like?
Space.
Okay, so here's the bedroom. Look, a little messy, but dog cage underneath.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
This bedroom is spacious.
Do you love it or
yes.
what? Okay, so in here, queen size bed. We got a little door here. So if you want a little privacy on those late wild nights, you close the door, you open it up. Oh. Okay. Anyway, we've got a little dresser. The washer dryer goes in here, and here's a double closet with the mirrors.
Love.
Oh, and it's got a skylight.
Yes.
Bonus, extra.
And you have a dog cage, you said?
And I got a dog cage under there.
Awesome.
Yep. Yeah. So then you come this way. We have the bathroom in here. It's adorable. It's got the green and gold shower stall. And then in here, second door, in case, fire, extra exit. We've got the recliners here. This is a couch that rolls out into a bed.
Nice.
Beautiful fireplace. Gorgeous granite countertops. Nice TV.
Bluetooth speakers.
Bluetooth speaker throughout the dining area. And voila, gas stoves.
Love.
And here's the kitchen.
Very nice.
So what do you think?
Where's my camera? Time to shoot.
Where is your camera?
Right?
Anyway, we have Tyler Graham here from Weston Media. This guy is out of control. He started his business, about 3 years ago?
Yeah.
He has taken over the Myrtle Beach, Grand Strand area in photography, small businesses, specializes in real estate, and you're going to want to stick around to see how he fights wasps and builds a business.
She's full of it.
All I can say is from horses to houses. Tyler Graham in the house here. He owns Weston Media. They filmed me. I was on the cover of the Real Producers magazine back in May. Everybody thought this was airbrushed or AI when I started putting the pictures up on social media. And I'm like, no, that's the real picture. They are incredible photographers. And Tyler, I couldn't wait to get you on the show.
Yeah, well, that shoot was so much fun to edit. Honestly, you're such a beautiful woman anyway.
He loves the wigs. Finally, somebody loves the wigs. Finally.
But yeah, no, me and Katie, my admin, we talked about this photo shoot. We loved the photos. They came out amazing.
They did. They came out really good.
So the next one.
I know. We're going to do another one because this green dress got so much press. I'm like, we have to do another one. I need multiple outfits. But anyway, Tyler. 3 years in Myrtle Beach, photographer, a little over 3 years. March was about 3 years.
Yeah, so I am born and raised here, but when I went to college to St. Andrews University in Laurinburg, North Carolina, I rode horses in college, and when I graduated, I moved to Aiken for about a year and a half, where I rode horses as a barn manager and a rider.
I can't believe it. That's why I said from horses to houses. When he told me that, he actually has a screenshot on his phone of his horse. She's beautiful. So where did the love for photography come from?
I just kind of, like I mentioned, grew up riding horses, and at the shows, they had photographers there that were capturing the moments, and it was so expensive. Like, I went to the horse show photography booth, and it was $75 for a single photo, and
for one photo.
For one photo, and I was like, oh, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
So me being me, I went on Facebook, and this was during COVID, and went and bought a camera. Couldn't figure out how to take a photo that was not black or white for the first 2 days. And slowly but surely grew a passion for horse show photography. And then I picked up a small gig for a show series that had about 10 shows a year. And it would just be a fun show. You'd get there at 8 and they'd show till about 3. And I sold $12 photos.
Okay, so you're a little cheaper. Did you get more business that way?
Yeah, I remember the first day that I made like $350, and I'd only been there for like 5 hours, and I called my dad. I'm like, I just made $350. This, keep in mind, I was still in college. It was during COVID, so we had like that small break to do online schooling. And when I went back to school, I was still able to do it on the weekends. And it was a lot of fun. I was able to upgrade my gear and everything little by little. And then I was able to take on more shows, larger shows that were then not only just a Saturday only, but a Saturday, Sunday. That did come with more overhead expenses, overnight hotels and stuff like that, but the profit was a little bit more. It was, I honestly am so glad that I took that route, because over time, then when I moved to Aiken, worked as a manager and a writer 5-6 days a week sometimes, it was a lot of work for not a lot of pay. Nothing dogging the pay, because it is an industry where there's not a lot of pay in it, but I was getting my master's, like, I gotta do something different. So moved back to Myrtle, was finishing up my master's, bought an $800 real estate media course, and the rest was history.
Wait, so did you get your real estate license as well to sell?
No.
Oh, no, just a media course.
Yes.
Okay, now before we went on camera, we had a conversation. Not only does Tyler own Weston Media, what's your staff now? You went from a single photographer to this huge staff.
Yeah, so I definitely couldn't do it without my team. My team is everything, every day of the week, honestly, even on the days off. So I have 2 full-time admins now. I've got 8 photographers, 4 QC and delivery people that are actually based in the Philippines. Love them, my ride or dies. I actually hired 2 of them before I ever even had my first in-state employee. So I was waking up in the mornings at 4 a.m. just to get in, help edit, touch up stuff, and get stuff sent out. So once I was able to bring someone in on a 13-hour time difference, it really made the process a lot easier.
Now, why real estate? How do you go from horses to houses? Like, where did that passion come from?
So honestly, I really always wanted to be an airline pilot. That was my like dream.
Nice.
When I was real young, it was an astronaut, but I made it a little bit more realistic. But I had the camera gear and equipment, so I had actually, in the process of shooting horse shows, one night I forgot to lock my car in Aiken, and someone had broken into my car and took all my gear.
Terrible.
So I went about 6+ months without taking photos. I had someone who was very graciously given me a very low-end camera, nothing wrong with it, but when I had that camera and I was playing with it, and I was getting ready to get back into it, I was like, screw it. Got my credit card out, maxed it out, $5,000, bought a new camera, a new lens, and got right back to work. Made my money back fairly quickly. And honestly, I had to do it quickly because this is when the American Express came out. Or not came out, but I got an American Express, put it on the American Express, and I did not know that you had to pay back the next month.
Yes, the credit cards are.
It was honestly... I mean, I'd always had a credit card, and I knew that, you'd pay it off. Even if you couldn't afford it the next month, you would pay it off over time.
Yes.
Probably not the way we should think about it. But putting it on the MX...
changed everything.
Yeah, that was like, okay, now I have to hustle. Mm-hmm. Now I have to do it. So I was doing branding shoots with horses. I was trying to do wedding photography. I hate editing a lot of photos.
Right.
I can do a branding shoot. It's very... okay, we've got 300 photos. Now I need to cull it down to about 30, and now I can sit here and focus on 30. I'm like, pretty sure I'm unmedicated ADHD. I know I am. But we made it happen. We made it work.
You did, and you guys are blowing up all over the place. So, all right, we talked about real estate. You do photo shoots. You also do video as well, right? So, has video picked up in the South Carolina area for real estate?
So it's definitely picked up within the last year and a half. I think we're kind of coming to the not plateau, but there's so much out there that people are just being super repetitive on the content. They're seeing what other people are doing, and that's totally fine. Bringing that piece of content, especially when you don't have anything prepared or ready to go, it's always a safe way to go. I wish we'd have sometimes 20, 25 shoots in a single day, that my team had the capacity to come in and script you and figure out, what our video is going to be start to finish.
Okay, so I have to cut you off here.
Yeah.
Because I watch a lot of the Myrtle Beach, Conway, North Myrtle Beach, the 60 miles of the Grand Strand. I watch a lot of the videos because I am a realtor myself. Who scripts those? Like, do you say, okay, this is what we're going to do? Do you tell the realtor how you're going to run it? Or do they come with their ideas to do the photo shoots and the videos?
We try really hard, especially with our more experienced videographers, to help the agents. We have a shared Instagram account, not shared Instagram account, but we have a shared Instagram chat where me, my admin, or even the team members are all the time sending videos to the chat to kind of be able to go back in and look at what we liked and what we would want to see on our page.
Oh, gotcha.
So that we can bring that idea. We don't have, like I mentioned, the time to script everyone start to finish, but sometimes agents get a little bit over their heads and they bring in a script that's going to be like a 3-minute long video. You get 90 seconds max to keep it a real format on Instagram/Facebook. Anything over that, you're not going to be shown to the rest of the world that's not your followers.
Right.
Unless you have a really big following at that point. But keep it sweet, short, and simple. That's what's really going to capture the listing, because while we are here to brand ourselves, at the end of the day, you're selling the home,
yes,
not yourself.
It's true.
I mean, it's
true.
definitely important to market yourself, but I have seen a lot, and especially the photographers will call me and say, hey, like, I'm over on time, I'm not going to make it to my next shoot, because we have agents that come in and they take an hour to 2 hours to film their agent on camera. If that's what you want to do, we need to better prepare for that. Maybe we don't have the ability to do all the photos, videos, drone, 3D tours for that listing.
Yes.
If you want a branding video, then communicate with us. Say, hey, we want to do branding video content for this listing, and then we can prepare for that. We're able to, because like I said, we're doing 20 to 25 shoots a day sometimes.
That's
and that
a
can
lot.
really,
That is a lot. Now, you teach a class.
So I don't teach a class, but I have 10 students of my, or 11 students of my own through the coaching course that I actually bought 3 years ago.
Yes.
I'm a part of that real estate community. They're absolutely, I love them. It's definitely a different group of friends than my Myrtle Beach crowd. I love all of them. They're based all over the U.S. and Canada.
I didn't know that. I thought they were all local.
No,
they're
I have,
everywhere.
yeah, so I have
Wow.
3 students in Canada, and then the rest of them are spread out across
How
the
great
U.S.
is that?
Yes.
Nice. And then what do you guys do?
I meet with them once, if not twice a week. We just talk about where they are in their business. We give them action items to work on so that we hold them accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I learned so much from them too, just being able to talk about their business, no matter the size of someone's business. Even as a realtor, you can talk to them about their marketing strategies and say, I could actually implement that in my business or change it up in some way. But for the most part, I love being a part of the community. There's hundreds and hundreds of us. We have 4 masterminds a year. I love to go to all of them. We have a real estate conference every November. I've spoke at the last 2. I'm speaking at this one. And then I actually got asked to go to Cincinnati in January to kind of talk to a larger real estate media platform that we deliver to the agents. That's how we deliver the media, through specific platforms. So I'm talking for them in January.
Wow.
So everything real estate.
So you're like the top 30 under 30.
No,
I can't believe
she's being crazy again.
No, he is. He's like the top 30 under 30 in my eyes. He is a mastermind himself. He owns this huge company. Again, guys, these pictures came out gorgeous. Your work is phenomenal. I want to talk about weddings because I want to bring it outside of real estate for a hot second, though. How is the difference between filming a house and a wedding?
I think a lot of weddings has to come with the personality. It's a certain niche that not everyone has, and that's not a bad thing. Real estate's a little bit easier to kind of teach the process. Mm-hmm. You take the angles of the room, you grab the details. The hardest part about teaching someone in real estate, and I've actually learned as I've hired, is hiring the right people to help coordinate with the agents, making sure they feel good about themselves in the video. And if they do mess up, don't just like not say anything, because this is our media.
Right.
But focusing in on weddings, really understanding the connection, and like I love watching wedding videos because they make me cry.
Yeah, I know.
I want to
right?
make a wedding video. Every time I shoot a wedding, my goal is to have a teary moment from a video that I am sitting here
I can
watching.
so see it. I can see you doing that. Yeah.
And I just
The bride, when they get it, what's your turnover rate? Is it 2 weeks, a month?
it's
or
4 weeks,
4 weeks
but
to get it back. Oh, they're bawling. They're bawling
oh my
watching
gosh,
you
I
work.
love it. I love, honestly, everything about a wedding. It's tough. I usually am one of the first vendors to get there and the very last vendor to leave because I capture the full day. A lot of people ask me, oh, what's your pricing? I have 3 structures of pricing, but not one of them is cutting a wedding down in time or hours. It's, you get 1 photographer. Oh, you get 2 photographers. Oh, you get 2 photographers, a wedding book, and then, an extra video.
Okay.
I filmed the whole wedding start to finish because I would never go to someone's wedding, tell them that they paid me an X amount of money and then leave for the rest of the wedding just to film the ceremony. Like, that's a big day. This is someone's day that they only get to live once. I could not live with myself knowing that I'm taking the money and leaving a wedding because they couldn't afford to film their big day.
Oh, yeah.
So 3 structures of pricing, keeping it all scattered. At least I can still record their whole day in one.
Now, how is it? Does the groom want you behind the scenes getting the groom ready, and the bride want you
Listen,
behind the scenes? How do you go
I
to
have
places?
filmed plenty of weddings solo that have been better than weddings
Really?
that I bring on another person to, because I know what I'm getting.
Yes.
Now I'm rushing and I'm running around, and when I get home I have about 3 layers of caked sweat.
Yeah.
But I know what the people want to see,
Yes.
and I know the moments, even if they are not the lovey-dovey type. I'm able to tell them, okay, I want you to do this, and they're like, what? And I'm like, just do it. It's gonna look good, I promise you. And being able to coordinate with them and watch wedding videos, have experience. I don't have a lot of experience in the industry. I think I've only done maybe 10 plus wedding videos at this point. But after those first 3, I was able to kind of take what I had learned and the mistakes that I made and build on them. Making sure I have a lot of the groom is something that I really thrive on now, is because my first couple of videos, I had all the bride and all the bridesmaids, but I had hardly anything of the grooms.
Gotcha.
And it's just because guys aren't super prone to be on camera as much. But they're such a big part of the day. It's a 50-50 split.
Exactly. Do you ever find the grooms lose their patience? Like, Jesus, you're taking so many pictures.
No,
Tyler.
but I think it's, I do the video. So for me, I can clip a lot of stuff. But I have no problem making myself at home in someone's wedding. I will yell at people in a jokingly way. And a lot of my friends tell me, I say a lot of things that I probably shouldn't say in any line of work, but it's the way that I come off. Like, I could be like, what's up, girl? And not even know you, and it's still feel like we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
So I say a lot of other things that I shouldn't say. I'm not going to say those things.
Well, we had this conversation before the camera started rolling about you wanting to do the podcast. That you're like, we can't go live. We can't go live because they say a lot of things that I could probably get in trouble for.
Exactly.
That is so funny. So you talked about mistakes that you learn. Every video, okay, got to do this, got to do that. Let's give back to the audience, a new entrepreneur, young, 20s, somebody else that's going to be a top 30, under 30. Starting a business so young. What I love about you is the way you talked about you invested thousands in yourself. A lot of people, you get some new realtors and they're not even like downloading a $39 app on their phone to help them. They don't want to spend money on themselves. Let's talk about failures, successes of starting a business so young, and how important it is to invest in yourself.
So I actually want to start with investing in yourself, because that is something that I'm still paying for, as I am also a coach to others. So when I bought this course, it was an $800 course. I got a discount on it at the time. But then from there, a year in, I built up a business to where it was running with just me and one other overseas team member. From there, I heard about a business coach that this company had started releasing. It was a $15,000 investment from that time, and it was over 6 months. And I really was questioning if I should do it. I did it, and I'll be raw with you. I was making $7,000 a month as a solo, and they were like, "What's your goal?" I said, "I would love to double. If I could make $14,000 as a solo person, I would love to do that." And they're like, "Okay, well, what's a high goal?" And I said, 20, but that's really high to think. At that point in time, I was 23, telling someone that I want to make $20,000 a month as a photographer and videographer. They was like, "Just do it." So I bought the business coach. He was $15,000. Within the first 3 months, I was already at double. So it was 7,000. In February, I made 13,000. In March, I had made probably around the 18, I think, range. And then April, I had hit 20. From that point, it was the sky was the limit. By that May, I'd actually hit 30,000 as a solo photographer. And then the business coach was like, "Okay, time to hire. You should have hired 2 months ago if you were going to grow this fast." So I really did invest, especially that first 6 months into it. They said, "Okay, 6 months is up. Do you want to renew?" I was like, "Yeah, another $15,000 right there for 6 months." Then the company was graciously enough to open up a section called the VIP realm where, okay, if you had purchased it once, it's now only 10,000. So from that point in time, I had already invested 40,000 in real estate business coaches. And then time went on, and then I had kind of built up a team to where I'm considered an enterprise realm. I could have continued my coaching for another 10,000, or I could invest into a $25,000 business coach who kind of has a market in multiple areas. And that was a really big investment. I did it. So I did another $25,000 investment on top of that. And this is all within a 2-year range. From there, I now have, and I didn't even mention it yet, I have a second market in Aiken, South Carolina, where I have another photographer there who works for me. They also help shoot the horse show photography because I still own the horse show photography business and just keep 20% of the profit from that. And then we actually just had a photographer move somewhat between Florence and Myrtle. So we're launching our Florence market in PD area. So this will kind of have us in 3 areas just across South Carolina. And we're super excited. Mistakes. I mean, we make mistakes every single day. I was just answering emails last night to a complaining agent because we dropped the ball. We missed the mark. The angles were not good. Some of the images were blurry, and that's just something that I have to deal with as a business owner, and it's what we do to make it right. I'd offer to come back out the very next day, free Zillow tour, free video. She names it, get us the time, and then she of course gave us pushback, and all I'm trying to do is sit here and figure out what I can do next to make it right. We finally agreed that the only time that they could do it was at 7 a.m. in the morning. So we are going to do that shoot at 7 a.m. tomorrow. And that's just the things that our company strives to do, is customer service first. And that's what we have to do, because at the end of the day, I don't have a business without our agents.
Now you know why I call him the top 30 under 30. You are an entrepreneur and a successful one.
Thank you.
At such a young age. I'm so honored to have you on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. This is so much fun. I love this. This is amazing.
Yeah, so what's next? What's down the road?
What is next? Growing my markets. Growing Aiken. We have our very first premium video. So it's a $1,200 photo shoot that I'm not shooting in Aiken on Friday.
Wow.
So that photographer, Heather, she is really excited to take this on. She's getting some training done today and tomorrow with some of her local market real estate agent friends for some free content. So that market, we're already doing about 3 to 4 a week there, but my goal is to build it up, get another team up there. And if you want my honest,
yeah.
I love selling
beans.
Manhattan, like Ryan Serhant. Eventually, one day, I would love for my companies to run themselves.
Well, I'm a real estate broker.
I know.
I got a lot of connections.
I would love to open up my own brokerage one day and kind of sell real estate myself.
Oh,
but
yeah.
focus on luxury equestrian properties.
Yes. We have a lot of that on Long Island. Long Island's a lot of horse farms, and even out here, out in the country, here, a lot of the horse farms. That's such a great niche to get into and stuff like that. Oh my God, God bless! And I see you doing it. I totally see you doing it. All right, let's talk about events. Do you film events, or like I know you do the Real Producers events, right?
Yeah, so we are a part of CCAR, the Carolina Coastal Association of Realtors, and that's actually where I started with as a sponsor.
A sponsor.
Yeah, so I help sponsor that, and I have actually a really high sponsorship because I wanted to get a lot of exposure out there in a short amount of time. So I started with CCAR. And then I joined the Women's Council of Realtors, so I also take care of all their events. And then I joined the Real Producers, where I do half of their events a year. And then now my goal is to kind of do the same thing with my Aiken market, and then eventually my Florence market. But getting in with the Association of Realtors, as having a team, it's real estate. There's highs, there's lows. My team members work off of a job basis. If there's no real estate to be sold, then there's no money to be made.
Yeah.
So I have to do things sometimes, such as branding and events, to kind of make up for that. And the branding we've been doing it for a little bit, but we haven't been like training other photographers to do it. I now have Kelly and Ashlyn who are thriving in this industry. Kelly actually shot this for her. So being able to have other members that are not me execute this type of work is really important to grow a business. And now for our events, Kelly doing the events, Ashlyn doing our events, Bowen, who is also a wedding videographer on the weekends, which is why he shoots with us during the week, is now taking on the videography for some of our events. Most of our team members have filmed or shot some sort of event, but of course we all have our niches and we all thrive in certain areas, and depending on the types of events, I would like to have certain people in certain areas. So growing outside of just real estate is really important, especially if you need that safety cushion of, if we're having a slow month, like in December, it is our slowest month, but it's also our month where we say, hey, let us come shoot your company Christmas parties. And I'm actually able to, even if I'm not making the money, I'm still able to put money in my photographers' pockets so that they're able to support themselves throughout the year.
Exactly. What about family photos? You do those at the beach?
So actually, this kind of, I like to draw a line, and it's not that I say no, I just refer out Kelly, and now I'll eventually be able to refer out Ashlyn as she kind of grows her own photography business. I think it's really important that all my team members have a goal in life, and when I hire, I tell them straight up multiple times we do a group interview before I hire with whoever I'm hiring, then I do solo interviews on Zoom, and then we do an in-person interview. So there's a 3-step interview process, and I tell them every single time, I don't expect you to work for me for the rest of your life. If you do, I obviously am gracious for you and will love you for it, but I want you to have your own goal. My goal was never to own a real estate media company, ever. It just kind of happened. And I still have goals that I want to achieve and succeed at, and to do that, I have to have money in my pocket to get to things that I need to do. And that just starts with my real estate media company.
Yep, exactly. Well, I'm so glad that I got to, ask you all this question about Weston Media. Now I want you to look right at that camera. Website, email, phone number. How do we get in contact with you?
So you can get in contact with us numerous ways. We're on Instagram as weston.media. We have a website, which is www.weston- which is that little dash in the middle, media.com. Our phone number is 843-396-3609, or you can reach out to us via email at hello@weston-media.com. We have an online booking platform where you can put in the address, tell us about the home, pick your package that fits your needs, schedule it right then and there, whether you want to send it to your homeowners or pick a day and time that works for you, and then book it. And then we show up, we deliver you a getting ready guide, or if you put your homeowner's information when booking it, we deliver them a getting ready guide as well to help you and us when we get there, make sure it's prepared and ready to go. And the rest, you will just see it in your inbox.
Very nice. Well, today's show is sponsored by Serafina Creative. And Tyler, before we end the show, who is Tyler Graham outside of your camera? Put your camera down. Who are you? What do you like to do on your days off?
So I love my friends, and I have friends all over, honestly, the world, but all over the country. I love going to the beach. I have a jet ski. We go to Bird Island all the time. I now have a horse, so a lot of times that I have free time, I am driving to Aiken. I do keep my horse in Aiken just because it's a more effective place to keep my horse to go to shows. I was in Aiken this past weekend showing at Bruce's Field. I'll be at Ocala, Florida next month, the 13th to the 19th, showing up there. So for me, it's all about staying active, staying a part of the community. If I'm not at a real estate event, I'm, like I said, at the beach, at the horse show, or at a restaurant because I love to eat.
Oh, yeah. So I love
espresso martinis as well.
Yeah. Let's do a quick cheers.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Tyler Graham, guys, from Weston Media.